What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the sun there. Just real quick, this morning we're gonna do quite an extensive lawn treatment. I was meant to do this last week, but I did have some issues with the sprayer, so I was not able to do that treatment. But I've got multiple issues. And no, I have not done a soil test, so I do not 100% know the conditions of the soil, but I can tell you for the many years that I've been using Milorganite and nothing else, as you know, for fertilizer, I have not been applying any type of potassium. So I am bargaining that the yard, it's very low in potassium. So one product I'm going to use today will put some potassium back into the lawn, which will be good. If many of you don't know, potassium does help with disease control, as far as, you know, building the strength of the grass overall. Milorganite does have some phosphorus, but you know, again, I'm lacking the potassium. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, guys, so first product we are going to apply today, I generally do this every year just for maintenance, is we are going to do some pelletized lime. I write on the side of my spreader what I want to do. That's 7.5, 2 passes, so technically split that 7.5 in half. And I'm going to do 2 passes at about 3 3/4. So real quick too, as you can see, it doesn't look horrible, but I'm hoping to get this turned around before fall. It's just kind of, I don't know, it needs help, and I'm going to try to give it some help and get it nice and full and less weed free by fall this year. So I am going to end up overseeding it as well this year. So anyways, let's get this lime done, and then we'll move on to my next step. Okay, guys, so next we're gonna go and put some Spectracide Triazide insect killer for lawns down, because I do still have an issue. Sorry, I have a little issue with moles, and not 100% sure why, but a lot of times if you have grubs and other insects, especially grubs, that's the reason why you might have moles. I've done a couple treatments of grub killer and even some gopher repellent, but it was a liquid one, and I don't think my hose liked it. I think it was too thick. So I just don't think I applied it correctly. So that'll be the next step, and I'll show you that in the next step. But real quick, we're gonna do this, and this says, I was gonna do it heavy, but I'm just gonna go by the recommended application rate. So they don't have the EdgeGuard Deluxe, which is fine, but they're calling for 2.5 on the spreader setting. So that's what I'm gonna set this one to. And I'm probably just going to make one pass on this. That lime, I probably could have, you know, opened it up a little bit more, and really probably should have put a little bit more lime down, because that was only about half. It says 20 to 40 pounds for maintenance, and that bag was about half full, so I should have put maybe a little bit more down, but I'm not going to worry about it. So again, let's get this applied, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, so next we have the Victor Mole and Gopher Repellent granules. I'm trying the granules this time because I don't think that my hose, the water pressure, really liked the hose end stuff that I was doing the last time. So I'm going to try this. I really wanted the, not the Victor, I forget what the other brand is, but there's another brand that I felt might have been better, but this is what I could find. Apparently this little bag, this little 4-pound bag covers 4,000 square feet. They don't have a spreader setting for my spreader, but one thing that I've learned from Lawn Care Nut is you take a little bit of the granules, and yes, I'm gonna touch it with my hands, but I'll try to show you. You see how fine that stuff is? Might be hard to see. That stuff is pretty fine. So it's also calling to put half of this down for increased efficiency, so that's what I'm gonna do. So this is approximately 1,000 square feet. So I'm gonna put 2 pounds of this, half of this bag down. But real quick, I'm gonna double check the calibration on my spreader. And actually, I just realized it doesn't go any lower than 2. So I'm just gonna run it on 2 and we'll see what happens. Also, real quick, the reason why I'm putting all this granular stuff down first is because the next application after this is liquid. And so most of this granular stuff, like this Victor mole and gopher repellent, it requires it to be watered in. Same with the insect repellent for the lawns. Requires to be watered in. So with that being said, if I do all these granular products first, then when I go to do the liquid fertilizer, it will water it in. So let's go. Alright guys, so real quick, next step, we're gonna put some fertilizer down. This is what I'll be using. This is Green Punch 1801. I got this from yardmastery.com. I have a link to his website, to that website down in the description. That is an affiliate link, so I do earn a very small commission, but you guys should save a small percentage on products that you buy from him. This is the first time that I am trying anything from Yard Mastery or the Lawn Care Nut. If you haven't seen his videos on YouTube, I'll try to, I guess, plug him in somewhere, somehow. So, from what I'm reading on this bottle, so by the way, this stuff, this one is ready with the, I spent the extra $1 to get this hose end sprayer. This one is ready right out of this bottle to spray as is. Some of them you do have to dilute because they are too thick to go through the hose end sprayer as is. So as I said a little bit earlier, this one does have some potassium, which I do believe that this yard needs. So hopefully that will help, you know, especially next year with disease resistance and being 18% nitrogen. We should get a nice green up, and hopefully it'll green up some of this brown. Hopefully we can turn it around mostly with this. So we'll see what happens. So without further ado, let's get into this. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna have to turn you off. I don't know if you can see, but I haven't used anything out of here. I think my water pressure just isn't good enough for a hose end sprayer, unfortunately. It makes life so much easier. So I'm gonna have to double check the mix, and I gotta put this in a sprayer, and unfortunately, the biggest sprayer that I can use for something like this is 1.5 gallons. So let me get this figured out, and I'll get back with you guys, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I'm back. That hose end sprayer deal is not, it's not his Lawn Care Nuts, Yard Mastery, whatever. It's not their fault. I believe it's just my water pressure. So anyways, yes, this is a Roundup sprayer. I just bought this yesterday. I will not be using this ever for Roundup. This is for weed control. insect control, and it's going to be used for this, my liquid fertilizers now. So anyways, I'm going to give this a shot. It did say to mix 16 ounces per 1 gallon of water. So that's what I have. I have 1 gallon mixed up right here. And we're going to get started and try this again. Now also, wasn't 100% complete waste of time doing the hose end sprayer, because I did have to water anyways. Water, you know, the insect and mole repellent in. So anyways, that wasn't a complete waste, but it's still annoying that it didn't work for my application. So anyways, let's get going on this. Alright guys, so as you can see, that's the end of that, just a little tiny remnants. That went much smoother. So I think from now on, if I do any of those products, it's all going to get diluted and run through at least this. And who knows, maybe I'll get something else later on to make it a little bit easier. But this definitely, like I said, went smoother than that hose end sprayer. I felt like it might have been putting something down, but it sure didn't seem like it was doing it very quick. So I'd have been out here all day. Maybe that's fine, I don't know. But like I said, this is approximately 1,000 square feet, and I mixed it up like the directions said, 16 ounces to 1 gallon of water, and I used the whole thing and covered everything. So anyways, let me go get the last treatment. This one I know will go smooth, and then we'll get that done. Alright guys, so anyways, the last product I'm using today is Q4 Plus. So the reason I'm using Q4, this stuff is expensive, but this stuff also controls crabgrass, which even though I put crabgrass control pre-emergent, I should say, down in the spring, I should have done a second application. And so I do have crabgrass in this yard, along with some other stuff. So anyways, I've got a ½ gallon of this mixed up. If this doesn't do everything that I need to do, I'll go ahead and mix up another ½ gallon and go from there. So let's get this part of the application finished. Again, I am mostly going to concentrate on the crabgrass, because who likes crabgrass? Not me. Alright guys, well anyways, that's it for today. I want to thank you all for watching. That was my multi-stage application for today. Yes, I did a lot of steps, just a lot going on with this yard, and I'm trying to get it turned back around. It used to be pretty decent, and then it started going downhill, and I'll bet you it's because all I've used for fertilizer is Milorganite. So sometimes, yes, Milorganite or Green Edge, use both of them. They are beneficial, but you do sometimes have to use other products to help give you other nutrients that those two products won't, as in my potassium. So anyways, I will try to remember maybe within the next week to see what results I might have on this. And again, if you don't mind, please check the link below for Yard Mastery. And again, as I said, the sprayer, that was not, I do not believe that is a problem with that product. That is simply my you know, with my water pressure, I just don't think it's there. So maybe I used some, but I just don't think I used enough. So anyways, I want to see y'all on the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, I don't know what's going on out there. Bunch of dogs barking. So anyways, drop us a comment below. Let us know what you think. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And we are going to catch you on the next one. Peace.